Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Go here. Grab this. Go here. Live show now. Get in here. I got the time wrong. Post. And then where the fuck is Discord? There it is. Live now. Hurry up. I got the time wrong. Oh no. That's wrong stream. This stream.
To show you, so I think it should be
oh,
pretty exciting evening / morning / late.
Whatever your hobby, there's something for you, right?
Before we
hours,
get stuck
but
in,
no, it's right now.
We always do on these.
Hello.
Is
hi.
The audience,
get in here.
Where are you tuning in from?
Of course.
That's very important.
So they're showing off stuff today.
Where you're tuning in from. If you're staying up late in Europe, as we are, it's about 2 a.m. over here.
They're showing off stuff.
Yeah, if you're tuning in.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow, I'm so tiny. Can I make myself bigger? Okay, whatever, fine. I'll make myself smaller when they're actually showing something of interest. Hello, hi. This is okay. So they're showing off a ton of reveals today. Like they're showing off Warhammer: The Old World. They're showing off Age of Sigmar. They're showing off like all the things. Okay, so okay. I'm gonna mute when they play music though. I've learned my lessons. I'm not gonna allow them to play noise. Okay, so we've got whatever the fuck these are. What, new Terminators, I'm guessing? Hello, hi. Volume for them is too low. Well, if you want to listen to them, go listen to them. You're here for me. I'm the main character. Hello, by the way. Good to see you all. So I don't know what those were. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
New Space Marine Terminators.
Okay. Hey, I called it.
Obviously,
okay. New Terminators
earlier this year.
Neat.
Now there's some more on the way. Nick, what do we know about them?
They are
new Terminators. Very cool.
Super tough, super elite
very cool. Very cool. Hello. Yes. Hi. I'm on YouTube and Twitch. More just garbage. Oh my god. I could not care less about Space Marines. It's just all the same. It's just all the same. It's all the same. It's so boring. Yeah, I was literally almost done with recording my video on the patch notes for 4.0, and I saw like all of a sudden I had a bunch of Discord DMs, and I was like, huh, why is everyone like angrily, or like who's spamming me? And then I went and looked, and I was like, oh. Terminators. Have I ever heard the 40k story of a time a little girl navigated Tzeentch's labyrinth and totally embarrassed Tzeentch? Yes, so I know about that story now because someone put it on the Warhammer Iceberg, and when I initially saw it, I was like, it was something about like little girls embarrassing Tzeentch or something, and I was like, what even is this? Like, I could not figure out what it was, and so I was just taking like these weird shot in the dark takes on it, and I was insanely wrong. Like, obviously, because I had no idea what it was. I'd never heard that story before. Oops. You know, I do want that full screen. Okay.
So one of the things lots of fans of Warhammer 40,000 ask for quite a lot is options on there.
No, that's a lie. 40k fans are not asking for more Space Marines. Space Marine fans are acting for more Space Marines. There is not a single goddamn Xenos player on the face of the earth who is asking for more garbage Space Marine shit. That is a lie. Yeah. She is the Tzeentch little girl incident was, yeah, it's a 40k exclusive story. Yeah. Did CA embargo reviews? No. Well, yes, but I could give a review now. I'm also working on my review, but my review is probably not going to come out till like tomorrow or the next day. Because I'm just not in a rush to get it out.
Not the only new character on his way though. So we also have a Terminator.
A chaplain.
Terminator armor, and again, this is a multi-build
Have I seen all the animations for the new units for Shadows of Change? I've seen all of them, I believe. Yes. They are quite nice. There's some really, really sexy animations in there. You want new Vespid? Yeah. More talent ancillaries? Yeah. Okay, so is anyone hoping for anything in particular this show? I will say, my hope for this show is I hope they're going to show us part 2 of the Dawnbringer Crusade. And I'm hoping that part 2 is a lot better than part 1 was, because part 1 was pretty boring. Part 1 of the Dawnbringer Crusade for Age of Sigmar was just not that great. It was pretty bleh. But I am really, really, really hoping that they're going to announce Ushoran today, or at least tease him. Like, it seems pretty clear that Ushoran is going to be coming to Age of Sigmar as a playable character in his guise as the Summer King. They've been building up to it, so I'm really hoping that we're going to get a tease. I don't think they're going to show him, but I would like a tease. Because the Flesh Eater Courts are like one of the only races that still haven't gotten their new book. Nope, no music. Jump Pack Marines! I've seen so many memes about this. Because like when they released the Space Marine 2 trailer for the first time, everyone was like, oh look, jump packs, but you like couldn't actually have jump packs in game. Which was kind of funny. So there you go, guys. More Space Marines. Aren't you happy? Isn't this what you wanted? I am very curious also what the old world is going to be showing off today. Knowing our luck, it's just going to be another character, because that's what they've been doing every single time, is they show off a single new model, which like, ooh. How spicy. Ooh. I apologize that I'm like blindingly white right now, because as much as I like StreamYard, what Andy introduced me to, which is what I'm streaming on right now. StreamYard is what I use so I can stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and it works quite nicely. However, it's a fucking garbage site in that it doesn't have a dark mode. There's no dark mode. So like it's just blinding white. And it's like I can't, it's so obnoxious. Audio stuffed? It shouldn't be. I literally am not doing anything different. Is it better now? Hello? Test? Test?
Worth saying as well, obviously, this unit paints up red very nicely. So if you have a Blood Angel army, this is going to be almost.
Audio on YouTube is bad?
At least 1 or 2 squads of these in your force. Also, Raven Guard.
Okay, Twitch says it's fine.
Jump pack troops as well, so you can use that.
You know, Twitch can't agree.
In there as well, so there's an option for that. Loads of different options for your.
It'll settle itself out. It'll settle itself out. It's fine.
These are really cool models. They look heavy at the same time as looking fast.
Like it's not on my end. It's not me. I don't know, refresh your page or some shit. I don't fucking know. StreamYard's being whack. YouTube's nerfing my rant. Yeah, sounds like YouTube. Yeah, maybe I should have just streamed this on. Well, no, I mean, I was gonna stream this just on YouTube, but then I realized that I got the time wrong. It's going robo in or out. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. Twitch is much better than YouTube. Okay, well then go watch on Twitch. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So is there anything they have not re-released yet for the Space Marines now? Like, have they done bikes yet? You're not plugged in media. What's being revealed? So we're at Nova Open. And so they're revealing basically shit for everything. Literally everything. Warhammer, the Old World, Age of Sigmar, 40K, Horus Heresy, you name it, they're doing it. They're still missing scouts. Okay, they're still missing scouts. And then YouTube says they're missing bikes, but Twitch says no, they have bikes. We have a disagreement among the populace. Also, hello. How are you guys? I'm so sorry this happened so suddenly. Oh, great. More Space Marine. More. Okay. Hey, let's get more of the fat child stuffing himself with cake while the other children starve. Can we get more cake for fat Johnny over here? Fat Space Marine Johnny. He doesn't have enough. He's still able to breathe. He's starving. Wow, that was short. Great. More dudes. I just don't care. I just don't care. Yeah. It's the Matilda cake bean. Am I excited for Starfield? No, not particularly. It's not my kind of game, I don't think. I have zero intent on playing it. Like I don't think people realize I'm really not a sci-fi guy. Like the only time I tend to enjoy sci-fi is when it gets fantasyified. So like they're using swords and shit and like magic. Even if it's space magic, but it's still magic and swords. They're space swords, but they're still swords. Like genuine full-on sci-fi is just not me, dude. I just don't. No. It's not my thing. Like if somebody were to sit down and go, what's your favorite sci-fi setting? I'd probably say like Age of Sigmar, which like, most people probably would not consider sci-fi, but I'm like, they travel through space over multiple planets, and their technology is debatably on par or like more advanced than most sci-fi universes. So that's sci-fi to me. Do I like Star Wars? There are elements of Star Wars I really enjoy. I deeply, deeply love a lot of aspects of Star Wars. But I did not like the last trilogy. So I've been kind of burned out on it. Like I never even saw the last two movies. I saw A New Hope and it was fun, but I was like, eh. And then music, no, bad. Oh, is that another? Oh, look, chat, more Space Marines! Yay! Are you choking on it yet? If you're not choking on it, then clearly they're not doing enough. More Space Marines! Jesus Christ. That's fine. That's fine. Let's get all the garbage out of the way first. Let's get all the trash that nobody cares about out of the way first. That's the good way to do it. It's the good way to do it. Let's get all the sugary, nasty, unhealthy stuff out of the way. That way we could dig into the real treats, Is this a Space Marine stream? Well, to be fair, we're only 13 minutes in and they've revealed 5 Space Marine releases. I think this would be an all Tyranids event if the Marines had won the last event. Well, that's what the Marines get. Well, maybe the Marines shouldn't have lost. Maybe they shouldn't have sucked and gotten that planet eaten. Why should I suffer for their failures? That is probably quite likely. Yeah, this is probably all the releases that they would have revealed. How much money for you to play Space Skyrim? $5,000. There you go. What time zone am I in? Central. So it is Central Standard Time. So it is 8:15 p.m. right now. It's all the same chapter. Well, I mean, they don't really release stuff based on chapter anymore, right? Because like whenever they're doing one of these reveals, they're literally showing them off like in different color schemes and stuff. Because I mean, I will say that is one of the most genius marketing things that Games Workshop ever pulled off. Was like getting Space Marine fanboys to break into many different subcultures of fanboyism, where it's like all the different chapters. Like that really was genius on their side, because they could just release the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, but every time they release it in a new flavor, people are like, even though it's like nothing actually new. Oh my god, more Space Marines! More of them! Oh, okay, scouts. Oh look, okay, scouts. I've heard quite a few people wishing that they had scouts. So there's those. there's so many of them. And people call Tyranids the Swarm faction. Please. Space Marines are obviously the only true Swarm faction.
Going out for their training day. What do we know about this one?
So we've seen this artifact.
Belisarius Call's been cooking for years now, and yet he still can't figure out how to make non-dudes. He's like, if they don't have a wiener, it can't be done. The wiener is critical to the survival of the Imperium. Don't ask questions. It looks like they're just refreshing the entire line. You know, the sad thing is that it's probably not even a dent in the line because there's just so many Space Marine minis. Are those Primaris scouts? To my understanding, they're not really calling units Primaris anymore. Like, it's just a Space Marine. It's no longer Primaris or Firstborn. It's just Space Marine. So these are Space Marine scouts. There's really no such thing anymore. Like for the new releases, I don't think any of them are called Primaris anymore. Because like it's just they seem to have kind of abandoned that concept. Which, I mean, it makes sense because like Firstborn, like it's a weird thing because Firstborn introduced the concept that like the models that are updated in our real world are actually also updated designs in the fictional world, which is very weird and very unique to like Space Marines. Because normally you don't say, oh, look, we've updated this range and here's like this whole thing about how it's actually a different unit. That's not what they do. Normally it's just, look, it's the same guys. We just updated the sculpts. I don't know why they did that with Space Marines. It was a very strange, like, I guess you could say that it was a marketing ploy to try and like be like, oh, well, the old guys are Firstborn and they're actually like different in the lore. So if you want them, you better buy them before they're gone, which, you know, that's just smart marketing, to be honest. CEO of Necromancy, thank you so much for the 8 months. My favorite Warhammer universe, Warhammer Space Marines. Yeah, it's basically a setting. 40K really should separate into two different settings of space. There's Warhammer Space Marine is its own setting. Reinforcements. Oh, okay, so this is, why is there like a bonus trailer for all of the stuff they just showed off? What? Whatever, it's fine. Just remember, these guys were losers. They tried and failed to protect the planet, and the Tyranids ate it because the Tyranids are better. What is Corn's greatest miss so far? Literally just 20 minutes of Space Marines. That's all that has happened is 20 minutes of Space Marines. But to be fair, it's because the Tyranids won the event. So the Tyranids got like their own separate release show, and the Space Marines got wrapped into this release show, which, like, all right, fine. Thank God the Space Marines got reinforcements. I was scared we wouldn't get any more. Look how thick that codex is. I know, it's not, calling that a codex is bullshit. That is a core rulebook at this point. It's got way too much in it to be called a codex. Where is the Eldar? Eldar aren't real. Everybody knows that. You know where the Eldar are? The Eldar are too busy pulling off events to make more Space Marines. That's all you are now. If you're an Eldar fan, you are literally just a baby mama for Space Marines. How does that make you feel? That's all. That's all you are now. That's all you're good for.
An army of Ultramarines bikes with the rules for an army of bikes, but they don't have to be White Scars. Makes sense.
You're just there to be goth, big titty goth girlfriends for Space Marines. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Rules, I guess, for your army. So certainly if you do have an army like White Scars or Salamanders or Iron Hands that already lend
Eldari feels bad, man.
100%.
But equally, if you're like, you know what, I really like red Space Marines, but I also really like
Fishmen. Hey, don't bring the Fishmen into this. The Fishmen don't deserve to be associated with any of this nonsense. I'll play 40k if they let the Great Horn Rat show up, dude. I would have a hard time resisting 40k if they brought like a full-on fantasy army in. Skaven, Space Skaven or Space Lizardmen, I would have a hard time resisting. Might we see Tau? I don't know. Presumably they're going to be showing off a different some other 40k faction, because none of these reveals are like new stuff. This is stuff they could have shown weeks ago, but they've been holding on to it. They would be sci-fi, dude. I would still take Space Lizardmen. Like, could you imagine an entire army that looks like Krokgar, where you have lizardmen with all like the augmented body parts? Whoop, music. What's that? Oh, is this AOS? Oh, yeah, 40k. You don't get shit. y'all got space for. Oh, wait. Oh, please be Throg. Wait. Oh, a special character? Who? The King of the Trogoths? Yo, who's the king? It's not Throg. Sad. Who's the king? Wow, he looks really good, though. That's a really nice mini. Oh my god, he's got antlers. Trug.
What's that? We've discovered a brand new monster in the realm. Actually, it's Trug the Troggoth King, a huge
Oh,
monster.
I love special characters.
Yeah, so this is
Fuck
an
yeah.
incredible miniature. I think
That's
a
a
contender.
Oh, look,
probably
he's
for
got like
miniature of the
cave
year,
paintings
for
carved
me.
into his flesh.
This is the largest Troggoth we have yet
That
seen.
is
He has
bitchin'.
been dubbed King of
That
the Troggoths.
is
This is an
bitchin'.
ancient being who has slept for centuries. He slept for so long, in fact, that an ancient civilization has even started building temples and things.
Oh
on his
my
back.
god,
He didn't
that's
even notice.
sick. He
didn't
looks
wake him
so
up.
good.
But
That's
the
a
recent
great
tumultuous
mini.
events of the realms have kind of shaken him.
Oh,
from
I'm
his,
so
centuries-long
happy
slumber.
Gloomspite's got a
And
new special
basically,
character.
That huge
That
engine
is
on his back
fan-fucking-tastic.
gives him a headache whenever he goes
I was
near
not
anything magical.
expecting.
So he's basically wandering.
I was
along
not
the
expecting a
magical
new. I was not expecting a
trying to
new.
smash
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the magic
Trogoths are
that
just
he
trolls.
can
Yeah,
find so that he can get back to
yeah.
sleep.
It's not Throg.
Brilliant.
It's
Such a great
Trug.
character miniature as well. It's got that really sort of over the top.
That is a kick-ass model.
With the extra added
I
bits on top, and
love
how
that.
big he
That
as
is
well.
a
I've just fought some games
bitchin',
recently, and he's monstrous.
bitchin' reveal.
The big old laser
I
on
was
his back,
not
he
expecting a
doesn't
new
like it
special
being
character
he's whacking
today.
it with his big club, and it has various magical effects throughout the game. So he doesn't. Know
So
how
we
to
have
work it,
we
he's
have
hitting it,
the
there's something
Troll
magical
King of
about it,
Age of
and it's
Sigmar.
just great fun to play with in a game.
He's a big boy. That's a huge mini.
Loads of absolutely stunning details on this.
He's got
guy.
that
So
dump
you've
truck.
got
Yeah, he does
bits
have a
of
dumpy.
relic
Yeah.
and, artifacts from a lost civilization that probably no one alive in the mortal realms is even like aware of the language of. You can see the kind of bits of old magical leavings and offerings sort of kicking around on him. You could imagine him like underneath a hill or.
I am super happy with this reveal. This I had not heard a whisper about Gloomspite Get minis.
Tiny little troglings.
This
kind of
is
wandering around on there as well. There's
very nice.
skulls and things. There's actually some.
No,
cave
this guy will
paintings
not be in
on
Total
his
War.
Belly and on his legs.
Like unless they make a Total War Age of Sigmar, which they probably will, but not for like another 10 years at least.
Primitive cultures would have been writing things on him, thinking, that this is our hunting plan, sort of thing.
What a great painting project's going to be.
Truck. That's a kick-ass
it's
mini.
really cool.
That
He's
is
got
a
these enormous great
kick-ass
horns as well,
mini.
So he's been asleep in the realm of Gyron, in the realm of life, and the kind of.
Oh,
life
interesting. He's in Gyran.
See that manifesting through these great big horns and
Huh.
tendrils.
Cool. So he's not from Gur. He's from Gyran.
It's such a cool model, and yeah, you're right, chat. He's got a very big beard as well, which is.
He does have a beard.
Yeah, he's coming with the new Dawnbringers book as well, which is we'll talk about.
Oh yeah, new Dawnbringers book confirmed. Hell yeah!
Over the hill with his army of Troggoths, and he's terrifying Yeah, I used him in a game recently, Eddie, and he's almost impossible to kill. He's got a few rules.
This
there which
pleases me
other Troggoths,
greatly.
He can regenerate wounds as he goes along, but he's obviously, thanks to being asleep in the realm of
This
Baron,
pleases
life, so he
me
regenerates even more than others
greatly.
do. So it's really
That is
tough to
such a
kill
good
him. So
mini,
it's a
dude.
perfect model to lead your Gloomspike Kids for.
And that's good. Like
We talked a
Dawnbringer,
little
the
bit
whole
there
thing
about
with
the new
Dawnbringer
Dawnbringer
Crusades
book.
is I want more
Let's
special
get into that now,
characters.
actually, and
Like,
watch,
oh, so this is probably the new Dawnbringers book. Yep. So okay, I am already very excited for this book because it's coming with new special characters. So we got the Troll King is showing up. So there's a big Troggoth horde, and we got a bunch of new, man, those new pigs for the Ironjaws look so good. What is that? Oh, it's what's his face? Okay, so we got King Broad. Wow, okay, so it looks like destruction is coming out in force. So we got all this, like, we've got all the we got a lot of destruction special characters. Reign of the Brute. All right.
To the Reign of the Brutes. What do we know about?
Hell yeah, I'm down.
well, the Brute refers
I'm down.
to Trog, the Troggoth King, as the model we just previewed.
So it looks like this
Yes,
book
this
is going to be
continues the story
Dawnbringer
of the
Crusade.
specifically two great
Or sorry,
crusades
it's going to be
heading
Cities of
out one into
Sigmar,
the realm of fire, one into the realm of light.
Trollgoths,
And in this particular book,
Ironjaws, and Stormcast. Like the haircut? Thank you. Yes, I did get a haircut and a beard trim. I don't look like a hobo anymore. It's much nicer. Though I do need to take a little bit off right here. But anyway.
From all sides. So Sigmar's great hope of
yeah. Okay, I'm looking forward to this book. Yeah, it looks like this book is going to be much better than the first one. The first book wasn't bad. It was just really short. I wanted to ask a Druid a question, but the guy ran.
To recreate those battles and for you to fight your own Dawnbringer.
All right, that's.
There's lots of specific.
I don't know how long you worked on that one for, but all right. Okay. Well done, Hammond. Well done. Are Troggoths fungi? No. Troggoths are not fungus.
Mostly,
but they tend to sleep for such long periods of time that fungus often grows on them, but they themselves are not.
Wandering
are not.
That is following around in his wake.
And fantastic, and also, of course, you saw in the video there.
Very excited for this.
Big iron skulls, the pigs, and the
very, I was expecting them to go a totally different direction with this book. But I will take a Troggoth army. I will take the rise of the trolls.
Look at some more of the new Ironjaws now.
Ooh, new Ironjaws. Oh boy, look at them boys. We got some new beef orcs. They have the meat. Look at those beefy boys. Oh, look at the squig. Wow, those are beautiful looking. I have heard that some of these are actually not traditional Ironjaws, but they are like black orcs, supposedly. Yeah, these look really good. These look really good. Is that a war boss? Tusk boss. Oh, Art Boys! Yeah, we got new Black Orcs. Those are new Black Orcs.
Some great models before in the past. We've seen
so for anyone curious, let me do this. There we go.
There are lots of
so
on their way for sure. So we'll start off with
a special character.
Clonk at the start of the week.
Yeah, more special characters.
What is not to love? It's a squig who is also an anvil with fabulous.
An anvil squig? Oh, I love it.
Special character Zogrok Anvil Smasher. Which is basically
dude, a Black Orc Smith character? That is fucking sick. That is sick. That is awesome. I love that we're getting a Black Orc Smith. That is kick ass, dude.
He has a couple of options.
And he's got a squig anvil. That's so funny. I love that so much. I love that so much. And he's even got like a little like molten stuff metal with him. That is so good. I really like this character. A proper Smith orc. Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, a really fun model, a great kind of addition.
Hell to the yeah.
He's really cool. He has the ability as well to hit opponents so hard with his ward smashing chopper that he can literally switch off enemies' ward saves.
He can turn off. He can break your ward save.
which is
Ah!
really cool in game.
That's
Rules in the game that do that.
a really fun rule. That's a really fun
You're
rule.
not alone. We've also got brute.
Ooh.
Auric culture is all about boasts, right? So Auric's basically
They're like
around the
Ironjaws savage orcs.
arm wrestle a gargan.
Bro, those weapons are brutal looking.
Like that. And sometimes
Whew.
they'll get called on those boasts and not be able to live up to it. And the shame of that drives these Auric brutes to become
I like it.
rages. What they do is
I like it.
discard their
Ironjaw
armor,
barbarians.
take up great two-handed weapons, and they go charging off into the middle of the enemy army like berserkers to prove
I like it a
that they
lot.
are absolutely the hardest.
I like it a
orcs.
lot.
Nobody could ever accuse them of being cowardly or not living up to their brags. So these are kind of almost shamed.
I really
over
like how
bragging.
It would take a brave
basic
soldier
bitch their
to
weapons
challenge
look.
an
Like
Auric.
you can tell their weapons are
These
very
ones are fantastic,
crudely
especially
fashioned.
in the Warhammer Underworlds warband a little while
Auric
ago.
Slayers, yeah, they're
Very
kind of
great.
they
Now,
kind
a
of
few of them,
they
in
kind of
Horus
look and
Heresy,
sound
you
like
can take
Auric
lots of
Slayers.
different weapon options. They can take
Kabanda,
bone
thank you for the
crushers,
super
wall
chat.
crackers, or brute crushers,
What did the enemy
all
team
which
say
is
when the
devastating
Amazons
in
won the
combat.
Blood Bowl game? It was
After
rigged.
Berserk, they
Jesus.
can run
Bro, I already have to deal with Hammond, not you two. Please. Your Corn is not supposed to like puns.
They can do about it. Yeah, they are pretty hard, guys. Yeah,
Rigged.
absolutely.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is a dual kit as well, so you
Ugh.
can also build these guys as weird brute wreckers.
Ooh.
Weird brute wreckers are orcs who channel an unusual amount of war energy. It gives them like, a bit of a
Those
green
look
headache, and
so
sometimes they can start
sick.
vomiting glowing green power, basically. And
They
Auric
can
solution to this
vomit
is to
wa
embrace
energy?
it, and hammer these masks on.
Ah, I
guys,
really
and let
like
them
their
run off towards the
design.
enemy with these great ball and chains and swinging.
That's sick.
Yeah, imagine them to be like, remember Night Goblin?
So they're Auric
Like
fanatics,
that,
yeah.
but super huge and big versions of them. They just run into enemy
Just
forces.
in case Night Goblin fanatics weren't scary enough, you can
Auric
now it's an enormous
fanatics.
Auric brute
These things are just
swinging at,
terrifying.
Wow, that is great.
a kind of line breaker unit.
That is
basically,
so
to
good.
Go into the middle of the enemy army.
Dude,
They can-
Greenskin's
these
eating
are
good
particularly for
tonight.
kind of smashing through hordes of enemy infantry.
Yeah, absolutely. They get so.
Oh,
many
look at the new
attacks,
Black
they can roll well
Orcs!
Even more as well, but
Look at the new Black
but
Orc. You
look
could use
at
these in
the-
fantasy. You
the
could
workings
easily
of
use
the
these in
Auric
fantasy.
hard
Oh, look, they have
boys,
spears.
new, sort of models for the Ironjaws, and they're just beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh, so
this
these
is a
are Black
really lovely
Orcs.
kit. So,
Oh, they look.
I
I
think
love
even
their
though Auric Black
shields.
Boys are arguably
Their
like
shields
the
are
basic
so
unit
cool
in
looking.
the
They're
Ironjaws
just like
army, this is-
sharp.
this
They're
is
just
like
like
so
slabs
stunning.
of
These are
metal.
really, really cool.
Whoo!
Previously, the Auricard
Whoo!
the old Black Orc models from Warhammer Fantasy. This is a huge glow up for that kit. They've much more.
Yeah, so these are functionally your new Black Orcs.
Really kind of rugged, angry-looking shields.
Oh my god, these look so much better.
More options.
I
now
would
you have.
absolutely use these for my Black Orcs.
The champion. You can kit them out in different ways, and they can give you.
Show me alternate
options,
builds.
basically.
I want to see their other weapons.
I think the fact that they've just been brought into line with how the Auric Brutes and the rest of the range look as well. The whole aesthetic of these are absolutely beautiful, while still.
Yeah, he said they have other weapon variants.
Raph was talking about how they look a little bit like the Blood Bowl Black Orcs and the old Black Orc miniatures, especially with the helmets. So they've got a few of those.
Yeah. They look like Saurus shields in that they're weapons as well. Yeah, which they should be. Like orcs.
With the tusks.
Orcs do not use shields as shields. Like, you know, orcs are there to smash and pummel. Like the shield is just another way to hit you.
So much more tough to kill as well. So yeah, these guys are great.
Oh my god.
Sitting on a 3-up save basic, which is pretty tasty.
A 3-up
Sigmar,
save?
that's quite hard
Fuck
to get.
me. All right.
And those spears as well can give you benefits against charging enemies, which is pretty cool. So at the moment,
I really like the face masks. Those look really awesome. Like those are beautiful callbacks to like the OG Black Orcs and like what you'd want a Black Orc to actually look like.
Kill and very good at taking a charge. These are
I got the big stabbers.
in an Ironjaws force.
Yeah, must have for any Auric player. Those are fantastic. Well, there we go. And also, Eddie, the Ironjaws Battle Tome supplement's on the way as well.
Yeah, so
Battle Tome supplement?
Battle Tome Oryx. This is going to be a free PDF. So all of those. We've shown off today,
it's
including the new.
Fuck yeah! It's a free update.
And the new Ironjaws.
All right.
We saw on the community site.
Good job.
All of those will have.
I like that it's free. They could have easily charged money for this, and I would have called. They would have been dicks. It's very nice they're releasing free rules for all these for Ironjaw players. Oh my god, these look so good. That is such a good update for that range.
We have
More pigs.
Let's watch the video and see
What do we got? What's next? Horus Heresy. I was not expecting destruction reveals tonight, but those were sexy reveals. Age of Sigmar sucks. Stop talking about it. If Age of Sigmar sucks, then 40k and 30k are like fucking flaming irradiated garbage shit. Age of Sigmar is so much better than either of those settings. So if you're going to crap on that, that's fine. Just know I'm going to crap even harder on your stuff. I like AOS. AOS is great. Age of Sigmar is super fun. Are the Ironjaws the base greenskins or are they the Cruel Boys? Well, base greenskins would probably be more like, honestly, your savage orcs are probably closer to your base. I like both of them. Problem solved. That also works. That also works.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing about this unit. Obviously, we have seen iron armored units before with the Horus Heresy. These ones are.
Is this new? Mark III? Is this like new, or like desperately in need of an update?
But the key thing with this unit is that all of the weapons interchange with all of the new.
The armor is very interesting looking. It reminds me a lot of like toy space soldiers from like the 90s. Hope I do AOS lore videos. I will eventually. I really want to. It's just there's just a lot to cover. Mark III is a fan favorite, but hasn't had any good models till now. Are these good? Like, are these like faithful? It's a very interesting design. Like it's I don't know how to say it, but it's like it reminds me a lot of how toy soldiers were designed in like the 90s.
Taking the punches quite well, so Iron Warriors, of course, look very good for things like Death Guard, Imperial Fist.
Aren't Cruel Boys supposed to be hobgoblins? No. Hobgrots are hobgoblins, which are different. Cruel Boys have hobgoblins in their roster, but they're called hobgrots.
What we got next?
Cruel Boys are orcs, though, not hobgoblins.
Let's have a look at the next video.
It's a dreadnought of some kind. Got a lot of guns. He's a big lad. He's a big old lad. I like how they have the minis just laying on the ground.
Plastic Dorito Dreadnought fills out the last of the three.
It's literally called a Dorito Dreadnought. It's actually called a Dorito. It's so funny. Why would they call it that? Oh my god! I realize that's not what they're actually like. It's a Dorito. Dorito Dreadnought. It's no wonder he's so chunky. He keeps eating those Doritos. That's such a goofy ass name. How did Games Workshop convince Frito-Lay to let them use that name? That's super funny. I want someone to paint Doritos colors. Yeah. Dorito Dreadnought. I love that so much. How is Horus Heresy doing these days? I've heard mixed things.
Which is, I think 30.
Like I remember when they announced that Horus Heresy was like coming back or like not coming back, but being refreshed, and they were doing a lot more plastic. There was so much hype, and then it came out, and it feels like the hype just died. Like I don't understand what happened.
I think you get almost enough special weapons
Cool. It's a super
Like,
cool
I'm
box,
not,
actually.
I have no idea how they were able, like, it felt like the hype for 30K was insane leading up to the reveal. And then they revealed it and it just like fell off. And I don't understand what happened. Because it seems like everybody's like getting everything they wanted. So I'm not sure what happened there.
This is a really good place to start, particularly if you're going to lean into.
Why do Cruel Boys look a bit different from how Greenskins used to look like in Warhammer Fantasy? Because they're a different breed of Auric. They are Aurics that instead of being like very gorky and being very much about smashing and bashing, they're the cunning orcs. They're the really like clever orcs that are all about being sneaky and using poison, and they've adapted to life in the swamps. So they're like a lot skinnier and spookier looking. Whoa, what was that? Oh, it's Warcry. The Gnarlwood is hungry for battle. Yo, are those ogres? New dogs, cool. Always down for new free cities. Free cities got cool new dogs. That's a lot of dogs. Bro, are those fucking are those gorgers? Oh my god, those things are insane looking. Bro, if those are the new gorgers, like, god damn.
And Hunted, a new box on the way for Warcry, and we've seen some brand new miniatures in there, and even some new unit types as well, which is pretty cool. Tell us about those, man.
Please confirm.
So this is a new set for Warcry. All of the miniatures in this can also be used in Warhammer.
Ugh, look at the like
and this is
maw mouth.
A battle set between the cities of Sigmar hunters and Ogre Gorgers.
Yo, they're new gorgers!
Really
fuck yeah, dude, those look amazing.
So this is a little bit different from some of the Warcry sets we've seen.
Those are amazing. Those gorgers are fucking awesome looking. Oh, dude, those are the best new minis ogres have gotten in like for fucking ever. Oh, that is beautiful to look at.
And then 2 warbands. So there's lots of stuff you can immediately.
Oh my god.
The gorgers.
The gorgers look so good.
Ogre unit.
Oh my god, they're so
really
buff.
cool glow-up.
They're fucking terrifying looking.
These are ogres which basically suffer from extreme hunger. So ogres normally you associate.
Bro, I really like those new gorgers.
And very proud.
They look fucking
this is the worst thing that could
fantastic.
happen to an ogre, as far as they're concerned, which is that they haven't got full guts, and they aren't.
Those look
unable to
fantastic, man.
Satiate the hunger inside themselves, and they kind of become
Like, oh my
giant
gosh.
packs of ogres that skulk around the edges of the camp and feed on the offerings, and the kind of.
Well, these are actually somewhat close to the Total War Warhammer models. There was actually kind of a funny thing when they initially revealed the gorgers for Total War Warhammer. There was actually some criticism from a couple of different parties that didn't like them because they thought they were too muscular. They weren't skinny enough. But like these are more accurate to what they would look like, which are much closer to the Total War variant. They look really good. Are gorgers, are they sentient? Most of them are not. Like they're kind of animals that are, oh yeah, sorry, I'm on the wrong view. They're like animals that are almost purely driven by hunger at this point.
These are much more detailed. They're plastic. There's some options in.
Oh my gosh.
Like builds and things like that.
Bro, that is such a glow up. Such a glow up for the gorgers. I could not be more happy.
Can also be added into
oh my god, they're so pretty. Dude, this is gonna be so good for the Ogre Kingdoms, because like the Ogre Kingdoms kind of have an issue right now. The Ogre Kingdoms kind of have an issue where like all of their non-mounted units are pretty meh and pretty old. So that's so good for like the non-mounted. Does one of those gorgers have mouths for eyes? Oh, maybe. It looked like a few of them might have had mutations. Does this give them new lore since they're wielding weapons? Maybe. I mean, I don't think it would be impossible to think that there'd be some Gorgers that might hold on to enough sentience that they use weapons just like tools. You know, it's not a huge leap to think that there are some Gorgers that have held on to clubs or things that they had when they were regular ogres. Most Gorgers in fantasy don't have, well, actually all Gorgers in fantasy traditionally do not have weapons.
So this can either
dude, look at that. The maw pit is so
as a swap out the cauldron that you might normally
that
have
is such a bitchin' terrain piece.
And what it basically
oh my god,
is
if I was an ogre
gullet,
player I would get this
in the
immediately.
realm, and the ogres
look how
believe
good that
this
looks.
is
You
a
could have your own
manifestation
little
of
great
divinity.
maw.
Whether that is true or not, what they do is they take some of their victims from their raids and things and throw kind of choice offerings into this pit. So if you are captured by the ogres, you will either be
which is that's actually really interesting because the great maw is like not really as much of a thing at all in Age of Sigmar. So I kind of wonder if they're bringing it back a bit because like they kind of just migrated to like Gorka Morka and just acknowledging Gorka Morka like is like
it's wholly terrifying.
But like the concept of the maw itself kind of got left behind, but it looks like they're bringing it back.
It's when you like imagine what might be underneath, right? Like how far down does it go? What's actually under there?
What is it? Yeah. It's just amazing stuff. Just another great box set for Warcry. Just keeps knocking.
Dude, Warcry's got fucking killer minis. Like I bought a box set of Warcry for the Chameleon Skinks because they're so fucking awesome.
Build entire armies based around them. Good stuff.
Right. Speaking of hungry,
is there a named character for the ogres? There is, but he's not playable. There's not a playable character yet. Oh no, it's Blood Bowl vampires. Oh, Blood Bowl vampires. Oh my gosh, they look so ridiculous. They look so ridiculous, dude. Oh my good grief. I love Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl is so fucking funny. Oh my god, they look so goofy. That's so good.
Blood Bowl, a classic team for Blood Bowl.
Good old vampire team.
Classic.
Dude, the thralls look so silly.
Fantastic miniatures.
Also, I love that you got the vampires with their boobs out. Nice.
Sorry, undead teams for Blood Bowl. And these take a very different angle. They've got a kind of romance horror sort of vibe.
They look so goofy. They look great.
Of vampires, which are obviously
they look absolutely fantastic.
Blood Bowl player to be. They're fast and tough.
They look so good.
In there as well, which are basically
good old vampires.
Even covered in bandages and plasters where they've been bitten all over the place.
Honestly, if you took this guy with the wings and the helmet, I feel like with a little bit of kit batching, you could actually make that a really kick-ass vampire for fantasy or Age of Sigmar. With relatively little editing. Like that guy's so silly looking. It's great, but he looks ridiculous.
Which we can see here, they've got the juggernaut skill and they're pretty good.
Vampire. Oh, there are different kinds of vampires now. Yo, that's really cool. So in the old rules for Blood Bowl, vampires were just vampires. Like they were all the exact same. Now there's different classifications.
You pay the gold coins from, of course.
So you've got runners, blitzers, and a thrower. That's awesome. That's really, really awesome. Thrall lineman. I really like these guys.
As we've seen with Blood
They're so silly looking.
Miniatures designers have taken the opportunity to add some humor in there as well. So lots of the kind of
their shirts fit terribly.
The tokens and the
oh, look at that! You can see like blood pouring out of his neck because they've been feeding on him. Gross.
And being generally mischievous. So it's
also, it looks like look. They're tying their arms off like they're tying like tourniquets. So like keep the blood flow good, and you can see this guy's like got a band-aid on his arm. These guys have really cool design. That's really cool. That's great. That's great.
And then we've got some other board game news for you as well.
Okay.
Board game news. Oh, yeah, Underworlds. Death Gorge. Whoa! What the fuck is that? Oh, Slanesh demons? And new ooh, I like the little jellyfish. New sea creature, nice. Bro, Look at that big fucker. Yo, Slaanesh getting some cool ass demons. That is a fat Slaanesh Herald right there. God, dude, Age of Sigmar minis are just so fucking good. Dude, I have never seen a fat Slaanesh demon. That is kick ass. Bring me that big boy.
Brand new series for Warhammer Underworlds Death Gorge.
Oh,
Nick,
it's a new
what do we know
season.
about this
I'm
box?
so excited. Well,
Look at that
Death Gorge takes
Chungus.
action to Antdor, where the General's Handbook for Warhammer Age of Sigmar has it. The whole place has been frozen over by the Everwinter.
Wow, those are some
Frozen
like
winter.
heavily mutated
And
demons
we've
too.
got a whole new season of Underworlds with really cool miniatures, loads of cool little rules tweaks as well. All over the place.
I
I
love
know
these
what
two
everyone's
warbands. I
saying
really
in
like the
chat.
little Kraken
There's a
creature.
squid,
It's actually
and
the
in
squid
that
is pretty
warband,
reasonably
it's the
sized.
coolest thing. We'll come to that in a moment. Of course, we know it's there.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole
Gluttony
season's
falls under
changed. There's a
Slaanesh.
few
Yeah.
rules tweaks here that make the
Yeah, there's a
content more
Glordas
playable,
Us
which means make life
Orskelion
clearer as well.
is like the big bad
The
gluttony
bundle
character,
has changed, for
but
example,
he's mortal. He's not a demon.
but the big news of the season, the two new warbands in there: Sirenes Razors, the Idna Thiefkin, and the Thricefold Discord, who are these Slaanesh demons.
Like you would definitely
So let's talk about the
expect to
Slaanesh
see
warband first. This is
the
quite
Thricefold Discord. Dude,
interesting
look how
text on
good
the
those
Slaanesh
demons
design.
look.
What do we know about these guys?
So you're
Oh
absolutely
my
right.
god, you got
They
like
are
the
actually
twin
sort of,
snake-tailed lady.
reminiscent of the sort of excess that Slaanesh shows. The leader is Vexmore, the excessively indolent in the center there, who's the laziest demon ever, and
Oh!
actually thrives off the laziness. In fact, she's so lazy, if she fails to defend herself, she takes less damage in combat, which is cool. We've got Lassiver, the bladed blessing, on the right. and Baptist,
Oh
the coiled
man, so
on
it's a
the left.
sloth
They
demon.
all hate each other. And in fact, they get better in the game as if one of the other ones fails, which is great. They're a really cool warband in the game, quite tanky.
That is
and
kick
quite
ass.
aggro as well. So get them involved into a fight. They're just really cool models to paint up, and a wonderful warband to use. Pretty difficult to use in terms of the game. They've also got some really cool little rules tweaks in there as well. There's some cards called Temptations, where you can offer your opponents a choice to make.
It's a little bit like the mechanic in Age of Sigmar.
Absolutely, yeah, you know, they're both bad choices, but you have a choice to make. And they've also got some upgrades called False Gifts, which you can give to enemy fighters. They appear to be good. But have a
That is
downside,
such a
like you
good
might, you might
warband,
get
dude.
+1
They're
wound, but you might not be
amazing
able to move
looking.
anymore, which is
Hey,
very
Hugh,
cool,
what's up, man?
right? That's proper Slaaneshi. And
Squid!
of course, the other warband facing off against them. There are other
Forget
fighters.
about the rest of the
Yeah.
fighters, because I think everybody wants to know.
I
About
like
this
it.
guy.
Yeah, they don't even show the
Is
Idna
Shin the
Deepkin
warband
warband.
leader here?
Just show the squid.
Let's be honest, probably. No, actually not. This is Sephanir, the cephalopod. He's just absolutely monstrous. He's
No
huge as
elves,
well. He
only
doesn't really
squid.
quite fit how big the model is, but he's monstrous in the game as well. And you'll be happy to know he's got a special rule in the game where if he gets attacked, he can squirt ink in your face and escape, which
Nice.
is just the coolest image.
He can squirt ink at you.
So it does come with some other models. As
Of
well.
course, yeah.
So this is an Ideneth warband.
Yeah, the only two Idneth minis I'd really be interested in would be the squid and the new Soul Scryer
Yeah, they are a flex aggro warband
with the little jellyfish.
Well, you've got the battle mage in the center, who is the leader, Siren of the Abyss, and the two Namati either side, who are just good warriors who just dish out the attack.
Dude, that new Slaanesh warband. Fuck yeah, dude. That's like a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 Slaanesh demons. Yeah, 40K has only gotten Space Marines so far. No, nothing else. Literally just Space Marines.
And there's a squid, so we can't really
Can't go wrong.
can't go wrong with that. No, that's absolutely brilliant.
I mean, it wouldn't have been.
Man,
my first
Age of
choice.
Sigmar eating so good today. New Gorgers, two new special characters with the Oric, the big Black Orc Smith, and the big
and bottom as well, two universal rivals decks, which
the big the Troll King. Then a bunch of sexy new models for Ironjaws. New Dawnbringer's book.
Any player who plays Underworlds. So even if
Like,
you don't
damn,
want to
dude.
paint a squid,
Age of
or,
Sigmar
some
eating
place,
good today. We got a
absolutely can.
balanced
Get the squid,
diet.
Still use it for any warband in the game as well. So
Someone needs to tell 40K to cut down on their Space Marines.
So
It's
the
bad
one
for them.
thing, This is a really good box to start playing Warhammer Underworld. So any of the season sets basically give you a board, 2 warbands, all the cards you need. So this is
I wish I had
a
somebody to play
complete
Underworlds
just
with
by
in my
buying
area. I don't know anybody that plays it, but I really would like to play it.
a complete gaming experience, but obviously gives you an in into Warhammer Underworld if you want.
it's crucially the place to get hold of the
I feel like Games Workshop legit likes AOS better. I don't think it's that Games Workshop likes AOS more. I feel like Games Workshop is afraid that if they don't keep pumping out Space Marine stuff, it will deeply, deeply harm their sales. Like they'll lose a lot of money. So I think the thing for them is that they really are wanting to invest very heavily in making sure they keep satisfying that Space Marine fan base, because that's where they make a lot of money. Whereas with Age of Sigmar, they have the luxury to experiment.
Cool. All right. Well, we've had some stuff in the Mortal Realms. We're going to hop over now to the Old World and have a look at it.
Old World, Old World, Old World. Is it just a... Oh, is that a unicorn? Oh, is that the new damsel? Oh, dude, look how good it looks. Oh, wait, is that the Fey Enchantress? Is that Morgiana? Or is that just a... Oh my God, she looks so good. Look how good that mini looks. Oh my God. Oh, she's not riding Side Saddle. Normally they ride Side Saddle. That's going to be our one mini. Okay, is that a special character? Or is that just a generic?
What an absolutely stunning miniature on the way for the Bretonnians for the Old World. That is Lady Elise Duchard, special character of the Bretonnians, riding a unicorn into battle.
Fuck yeah!
And just has to be one of the most beautiful
Lady Elise Duchard
I've ever seen come from Games Workshop.
Damn, that is a good-looking
really
mini.
Like, I think we're so used to seeing what.
Like, that is a beautiful mini.
And bedecked in kind of gothic features that actually.
So she must be a prophetess.
Really beautiful model. It's like a really handsome horse, like a beautiful pose, a great miniature, a very different.
Praise the fucking lady, dude.
And really
that is a kick. Dude, look how rippled that horse is.
Vivid, bright primary colors and galloping horses.
Now the question is she a prophetess or is she the Fey Enchantress? Because the Fey Enchantress has had different names over the years.
The chalice of the Grail itself.
Just absolutely
holy fuck, that mini looks so good.
Itself, it's beautiful. Look at its face. It's just
look at that staff, dude.
And energy in there, and the purity and lines all over the miniature. I genuinely am in love, and I suppose that's probably kind of what the sculptor's trying to get across.
That unicorn is ripped.
Sort of, pinnacle of purity.
That's interesting. So it seems like she's the new Fey Enchantress.
Well, certainly of the damsels in the Bretonnian forces. So the Bretonnians are on all nobility and chivalry, perhaps, but they certainly represent it more than most factions do in Warhammer. Some really nice nods on this miniature to some classic models. So if you've been playing Warhammer Fantasy before, you'll remember the Fey Enchantress miniature, and there's lots of kind of nods to some of those early incarnations of the Fey Enchantress. So the unicorn, obviously, some of the kind of
wait, is she the Fey Enchantress or is she just a prophetess?
On this unicorn, it's kind of wrapped in, rather than like armor or anything, it's actually harnessed with the power of nature, rather than kind of anything else, which is kind of nodding towards the magical power of the damsel herself.
Even the reins around the unicorn's neck are sort of a garland made of thorns and branches.
It seems like she's just a very powerful prophetess.
From the right-hand screen across sort of the Fey Enchantress.
Yeah, what a fucking glow up, dude.
Yeah. I think every single time those miniatures came out, I was like, that's one of the best miniatures that exists. And there's just something about Bretonnian damsels on unicorns that just seems to bring out the best in the sculpting team every single time. Really amazing.
Absolutely model. Stunning stuff, and can't wait to
interesting.
Paint that one up. The chat, people in the chat asking, Eddie, what's that being made out of?
So that is a resin miniature. So I think in
interesting, resin.
This
is
being approached in a similar way to something like the Primarch series we had for.
Okay, so it sounds like all the special characters are going to be resin.
Like a range of very, very detailed, very
will live
resin miniatures that are
the Fey Enchantress is 100% an elf. Yeah, the Fey Enchantress is an elf. It's not even like a genuine debate. She just is an elf. There are multiple sources that just flat out say she's an elf. Like not, oh, is she an elf? No, she is an elf.
To show the folks. And
the only author that did not make her an elf was the End Times author, and it's because they fucked up.
Bretonnian damsel, obviously, new dreadnoughts. There's some new space marines. Some people like space marines.
Clonk and a squid.
Clonk, of course. But this miniature might be the best of all of them, and maybe the best miniature of the year.
You reckon?
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll let you decide for yourselves as we have a look at our last preview. Raph, do you want to roll film?
Okay, we have one last preview. Oh, there he is. Dude, Valrak is losing his fucking mind right now. Wow, I was not expecting him this soon. The last demon, the last of the 4, Demon Primarch. Dude, Valrak is losing his fucking mind right now. Fulgrim. There he is. Prince Fulgrim. Ooh, Chaos fans. Chaos fans. Screaming and crying and shitting themselves. Chaos fans losing their shit.
Me.
Dude, he looks great. Fulgrim Transfigured. He looks very good.
The second of the Primarchs that we've seen kind of.
He looks very,
in
very
their,
good.
Ascension through the powers of chaos, and an absolutely jaw-dropping.
That's a
picture.
beautiful
It's
sculpt.
just absolutely stunning, isn't it?
Whew.
Just look. I mean, Fulgrim is the personification of perfection. And
I love how
reflects
big
that
his
perfection.
snake
It's
body
just
is. Like, he's fucking
absolutely stunning.
huge.
Everything you would have wanted from this model, and exactly how you imagine.
That's a
him
pretty
when
mini.
he, ascends to demon.
He's so hot.
Like, there's just more stuff to keep looking at all over the place. Like the little
People in
faces
chat
on the
being
nose
like,
or
whew.
the scales on the snake.
I'm getting the vapors.
The tail, the forearms, the wings, the beautiful face.
Good
It's
lord.
been rendered absolutely incredibly.
That's a
by
beautiful sculpt.
And yeah, it's what a centerpiece
Wow.
for an army it would be.
Yeah, lots of nods in this miniature to some of the Horus Heresy artwork we've seen of this model, or of this character as he's.
Wow, I was
This is
not
Fulgrim,
expecting Fulgrim today.
During the Horus Heresy, just after
I was not expecting
just
Fulgrim.
before the events of the Siege of Terror, sort of thing. Lots of you, I'm sure, would like to see him appear in Warhammer 40,000. Maybe he will one day, but until that time, you've got this beautiful model to use in your Horus Heresy game.
Oh, interesting. This is for Horus Heresy.
Yes,
This
so
is
much like,
not for
Horus
fantasy.
Ascended, it's the-
Or 40K. This is for Horus Heresy.
a character that's kind of been reborn as they've
Huh.
through the events of the Horus Heresy. We might see more Primarchs meet a similar fate.
So,
as the-
okay, so Horus Heresy is doing like
Absolutely beautiful
post-demon Primarchs.
Horus Heresy.
So yeah, this is not a 40K mini. This is a 30K mini.
As well, I've been lucky enough to see it in person, and it's just absolutely.
That is really interesting.
So the character himself is kind of swollen with power. Obviously, he's got more arms. He's got.
So that's why it's Fulgrim Transfigured and not just Fulgrim, because it's Horus Heresy. It's not 40K.
Added with the kind of extra scale of the snake.
I was gonna say, well, that's what I was gonna say is that like he hasn't been in 40K, so like I guess they're announcing an Emperor's Children book, but nope, it's just Heresy.
What a way to finish, Eddie.
That is super interesting.
It's been a cool preview. Nick, have you got any particular highlights?
I mean,
All right, hey, great show. Honestly, great show. They showed off some really awesome minis. I kind of feel bad for the 40K crowd because they literally like just got Space Marines and that was it. I was kind of expecting to see like something. But yeah, no, for fantasy was awesome. I am so fucking curious about Lady Dushal. I'm gonna see if I can try messaging the Warhammer team on Twitter and if they'll respond. I am really curious. Like, clearly she is inspired by the Fey Enchantress, but I'm curious if she is the Fey Enchantress because they didn't say that clearly. Like the fact that she has like she's the way they talk about her, it seemed more like that she is a really powerful damsel, not the Fey Enchantress. But her mini is like fucking gorgeous. I'd be totally fine if she is the Fey Enchantress. I'm just curious. I'm gonna try see if I can ping them and if they'll bother responding. Because sometimes they're pretty good about that. Warhammer Official. Hey, awesome show, guys. Are y'all able to confirm if that new Bretonnian special character you showed off is... Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me check their website because they might actually answer my question. Blah, 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 blah. Nova previews. Reveal. They don't have it up yet. They have the Trogoth King. Oh, their website is like not caught up at all. Come on, guys. I want to read the okay, fine. I'll just message them. The new Bretonnian character. If that new Bretonnian social character you showed off is the Fey Enchantress, or is she a named powerful damsel / prophetess whose many is inspired by the old Fey Enchantress ones? Just curious. All right, I sent another message. Awesome. Okay, that was a great show. I'm actually really, really happy with that. Overall, I think that was a really good show overall. Those are some really, really cool shows or minis that they showed off. I'm very, very excited about the Troll King. I'm very excited about all the new Ironjaws. I am very excited about the new Ogre thing. I'm super hyped for the new Ogre. Gorgers. The new Gorgers. Oh, mwah. Fulgrim model is super pretty. It's kind of a shame that it's 30K. I thought that was going to be the big 40K announcement for bringing it to like releasing the new Emperor's Children book and stuff. Though I thought that would be very early because it feels like Angron like literally just came out. Yeah, Lady Elise Ducard or Duchard. Let's see, open image in new tab. Yeah, honestly, that old world mini, that is the best mini they've showed off so far for the old world. Like that is a kick ass old world mini. That like what highlights for y'all? Anyone see anything in particular that just like they're like, oh my god? Okay, there's all the new Oryx. There's not. Okay, they haven't put up the fantasy stuff yet. The new Age of Sigmar Gorgers, yeah. Where's Morgiana? We don't know yet. So it is worth noting that the Fey Enchantress, there are some notes in her lore that it's not exactly clear if it's always been the same Fey Enchantress or if there have been different Fey Enchantresses over the years. So that like when one dies, a new one takes up the mantle like immediately. We do not know what the details are there. The lore has always been very fuzzy about that. So like we don't, because they're always usually referred to as the Fey Enchantress. And they're very rarely referred to by a name. So it's not at all clear. Like if Morgiana Le Fay has Morgiana. We don't know if Morgiana has always been the Fey Enchantress. There's also some indications that Morgiana may have always been the Fey Enchantress, but that she has changed her name every once in a while. So like she hasn't always gone by Morgiana, but she has changed her name a few times. But it could also be that, you know, there were other Fey Enchantresses who have died or retired. I really want to see the fucking article for this lady, for Lady Duchard. Her name is very French. I will give her that. Lady Elise Duchard. It's very. I like that name a lot. It's very French. What a fucking mini, dude. That is such a Lady Elise Duchard. That is a kick ass. That is easily my favorite mini for the old world so far. I'm glad to see the special characters look insane. Why did the Bretonnians fall an elf? That's a great question that opens a lot of worms. But the kind of hilarious true answer to that is that most Bretonnians don't know that she's an elf, if any. very, very, very few Bretonnians know that the Fae are elves. There's actually there's an analysis of it in the if you want to read into it further, go check out the Knights of the Grail book, which was the 2nd edition compendium that expands heavily on Bretonnia. And it talks a lot about the fact that the Bretonnians don't know what elves are, generally speaking. Like, they know elves exist and they know that elves are out there, but they never see them. They don't know the wood elves as elves. Most Bretonnians know the wood elves as the Fae, which to them are very different concepts. Very, like, with the exception of the Bretonnians that live like right next to Athel Loren, so like Carcassonne and Pedavon, most Bretonnians have not connected the dots that the Fae and the Azrai are the exact same. Isn't it true that the lady is an elf goddess? It is, how do I say this? It is true that there is evidence suggesting that the lady is an elf goddess, but it is also a lot more fucking complicated than that. And can get it gets really difficult to answer because of the nature of gods in Warhammer, where the gods of Warhammer have a very complicated set of rules and laws that they abide by, where it could very well be that when the entity that identified itself as the Lady of the Lake that met Gilles Le Breton and the 12 companions was very likely an elven goddess. However, it is also distinctly likely that the entity that the Bretonnians worship as the Lady of the Lake is actually a separate entity who is not an elf goddess. Which I know sounds very convoluted, and that's because it is very convoluted. Will we ever get a story-focused Warhammer game? Well, eventually, yeah. I mean, you could argue Vermintide's kind of story-focused. Am I going to be releasing a video on the patch note / DLC review? Yes, I was literally working on the patch note video when I realized that this live stream was live, so I had to immediately stop so I could go do this. I'm literally here in just as soon as they put up the fucking article so I can check out this character. I will, as soon as they put up the article for the new character, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to order a pizza, and then I'm going to finish recording my analysis of the patch notes, and then I'm going to record my review, and then I'm probably going to live stream some Total War. That is my current plan. So I'm just waiting for Games Workshop to hurry the fuck up and put out the article for the last couple things. Because for whatever reason, their website is like super fucked up right now. Normally, whenever they release an article, they add it to like the Nova preview list, but the Nova preview list doesn't have anything on it. And it also, yeah, it's like completely busted. I don't know how they fucked it up as badly as they did, but they fucked something up. It's probably because it's like 3 a.m. over there right now. What about High Elves and Bretonnians? Well, so the Bretonnians know that elves exist, and they know that they understand elves are elves, right? Especially those that live in Bordelot or the capital, Caron, because, you know, they have ports and they trade with the High Elves. So they understand the High Elves are elves. Like, they get that. What a lot of Bretonnians do not understand is they do not understand that the Fae, which are the entities that live inside of Athel Loren, are also elves. That is what they don't understand. And it's because the Azrai, which are the wood elves, are so different from all other elves. And they are so like spiritually resonant creatures that have a lot of weird magical properties to them that honestly, even if you put an Azrai side by side with other elves, there are very distinct differences between them. Does Lewin know? Well, Lewin has actually met the Lady of the Lake. Lewin has received a kiss from the Lady of the Lake. So presumably he understands a lot, but we don't have anything. We do not have anything from him talking about it. Like, it is very likely Lewin understands that the Azrai are elves, but you could also say that Lewin also understands that they are not elves. They both are and are not. Because the situation is that fucking complicated. That being said, the Lady of the Lake that Lewin encounters is very different from like any elven goddess. Like, he meets her and he talks to her and she gives him a kiss, and she also is the one that calls him Lewin Leoncoeur. Like, he gets his title, the Lionhearted, from the Lady of the Lake. Because he kills like a sea lion creature. I forget what its technical name is. Do all Grail Knights bleed light? No. That is just Lewin. Lewin is the only one that bleeds light. What's the hype for? What was the reveal? Well, it's over now, but they were showing off a bunch of new minis and stuff. And I'm waiting for them to hurry up and fucking release the Old World article. All right, there's the Blood Bowl article. Come on, Games Workshop, hurry the fuck up. I got other shit I gotta do. They are dragging this out. How do you bleed light? You make out with a literal god who blesses you so much that your blood becomes light. Holy light. That allows you to regenerate at absolutely obscene levels, and also it burns the shit out of anything impure. I mean, y'all gotta remember, Lewin Leoncoeur's blood is so goddamn holy and like amazing that he killed Kugoth Plaguefather by basically bleeding into him. Wasn't Lilith the Lady of the Lake in the end times? She claims that she's the Lady of the Lake in the end times. But I do think that there are unexplored issues with that claim that are worth examining. And if you want to see that, you should totally show up to me and Andy's stream on Sunday, which will take place on the Lawhammer YouTube channel. So you should go subscribe to the Lawhammer YouTube channel so you don't miss when we go live. Because we're going to be streaming that over on his channel, and we're going to be talking about the end times, because last I checked on the vote, the end times was winning by like 1 billion. Let me actually double check. Community tab. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Yeah, the end times is still Greenskins has covered some ground. The Greenskins have caught up a bit, but there's almost 7,000 votes and the end times has 47% of the vote. So like it would have to be a pretty serious rallying effort from the Greenskins to overtake it. What time? 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on the Lawhammer YouTube channel. And you should subscribe to it. And while you're there, watch the series, his The Enemy Within series, because it's a mess. It's a metric fuck ton of lore stuff. Wait, are they already closed? Are you fucking serious? Oh, no, they close at 10. Why is it not letting me? No, I'm not scheduling for later. I'm scheduling for now. I'm gonna have to call them. Dude, I feel like pizza places have become like absolute garbage ever since COVID. Like when COVID happened, they just don't like stick to their hours anymore and are like, yeah, no, we don't fucking do that. Like, stay open till 9 p.m. What are you like? What are we? It's like, that should be pretty fucking basic for you guys. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to have to call them. Oh, my God. Fucking assholes. I just want to order food. Oh, my God. They don't have workers? Yeah, that's probably true. It's probably just where I live. Like where I live, the pizza places are fucking trash and are just never open. So not Domino's. I don't like Domino's as much. I like Pizza Hut the most. I like their thin crust. Oh, I can do carry out. Nope. No, wait, no, these are all for. Okay, no, I'm gonna have to call. Oh my god, I fucking hate this garbage. I'm just really craving one right now, and they're just being absolute dicks about it. All right, dudes. As much as I want to read this article, Games Workshop just isn't putting it out. So I guess I'll just do a video on it when they eventually get their shit together and put out their stuff. So thank you all for watching. I hope you had a really good time. I hope it was fun. This will be up on YouTube for anyone that missed it. And I'll see you guys later tonight on Twitch for some Total War Warhammer if you want to watch that. But I got to go finish making my video for like the review and the patch notes and stuff. So thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. Reveals were nice. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.